Good morning, it's Jonathan Barratt with the morning debrief for Tuesday, July the 13th. A little bit of a mixed night across the boards last night. I guess the major mover there was gold, which came under, down about $10, $11. Currencies relatively stable, commodities relatively stable, and also equity markets. So not a lot to get our teeth into, although we did take some profits off the table for our euro last night. It's still long, obviously, the grains, because we still expect good things to come from there. The anticipation we had about US dollar strengthen, I think, was also quite good, but it's just coming off now a little bit at the moment, the US dollar, so we'll have to see. But it does represent a good opportunity there on a break to new highs for the euro and new lows for the Aussie, so keep an eye on those ones. Okay, let's just have a quick recoup as to what's happened last night. And let's go to here. If you like these things, it's actually Bloomberg have obviously changed things a little bit, but it's not a bad, to look at things. Okay, here we go. The Dow, as we mentioned, was up 18 points, 10,216. The S&P was up 0.79. The Nasdaq was up 1.91, 2,198. As you can see, relatively stable there. The FTSE was up 34. The CAC was up 13, and the DAC 11. And the S&P there was up, the ASX, the SPY was up 13.6 at 4,409. So that in itself, I think, is quite interesting, that our local market has certainly done a bit okay there. Okay, let's just have a look at a few of the other markets, in particularly the currencies, as we do most mornings. Look at the dollar index to see what's actually happening there. This is an interesting little move here. Dollar strength here, breach, pullback at the moment. Let's see what happens with this pullback, but I think because we're in a range break to that 84.75 can suggest that this trend will continue for dollar strengthen. Not sure what the fundamentals will be for it, but as you can see here, our momentum indicators down the lower end here are quite positive as well. So I think that in my mind is on the cards at the moment. Having a quick look at that Aussie there. Interesting move there, very strong actually. It was quite weak, and we anticipated a lot of that, but it's still quite strong. It's quite actually holding on to it, these gains. So obviously, let's see how the break works here. That's on the hourly charts. But as you can see, relatively steady. Same sort of picture there for the euro. But I think here, if it breaks through that 125.30 level, then that's certainly something to have a little bit of a look at, because that could be a continuation of trend here for dollar strength. And that's you can see there on the charts there. Doesn't give a big signal, and it's not there, but this could be a bear market in overall bull trend. So keep pretty close to that. Now this is the one of interest here, which is gold, 1195.40. Now I want you to have a look at this, because a breakthrough this lower end here, that's 1184, could actually send quite a large movement, or quite a large movement for gold on the downside. Momentum still with us for it to stay in this range, but I'd just be guided by that, and have you look at this hourly chart, you can see that it's been quite a flip around in terms of where it's gone. Obviously, topside resistance stands around at 12.12, but on the downside, be very careful here, because as I've talked about, that's that downward trend. In fact, I'll just check that, because it's this trend I've been following. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, that's the trend I've been following. And if that area goes, then it's just a much larger correction. And let's just show you this so you can see it. It's a much deeper correction that we're actually looking at. And let's just try and grab that whole chart here, because, and it actually goes back further than this, down to that 700. There you go. That's the one I wanted to put in. That's the big trend. So I'd be very cautious, very concerned if in fact it breaks through that level. So hold on to your hats. Having a look at crude, just marking time. As remember, we didn't get much out of it anyway. We thought it would mark time for a while, and that's what it's doing. There is that potential for it to try and work its way into an ascending wedge, looking from here up the top there to there and to there. But let's see how that unfolds. Looking at some of the copper up a little bit, but I expect that to be limited. Still consolidating there for a lot of the metals. Of other notes, let's just have a quick look at soybean, because we like it. Obviously under a little bit of pressure, but after a run like that, what could you expect? That's anticipated. Having a look at the economic calendar, NAB business conditions and confidence today. We've got consumer confidence in Japan, which will be interesting, IP as well, and capacity utilisation. We've got CPI in Britain, keep an eye on that one. That's going to be a toughie and quite interesting as to where we're going with inflation. We've got ABC consumer confidence in America. So I guess there's quite a bit of action at the moment. What are we going to look to do? I'm going to keep an eye on that gold price because if it breaks these areas, it's going to be a big correction. So that could be quite interesting. However, our momentum indicators aren't telling us yet, but just see how it is. In terms of the dollars, there's some good breakout trades starting to develop there. So have a quick close to that. We'll also be looking at those as well. A little bit of data. Remember, the big data is towards the close of the week. Anyway, that's about it from me. Have a great day, and we'll certainly talk to you tomorrow.